Coombs and Brian Tanquilit, Senior Vice President for Healthcare Services Equity Research at Jefferies. Welcome to you both. Brian, I will start off with you. What could this proposal do? It seems like it could possibly bolster competition. It could possibly reroute business and services from higher cost hospital to lower cost hospitals. What do you see as the impact here?
Yeah, so Melissa, good afternoon. So I would say the first thing that you would see here is, I think there's a legal challenge that will happen. But once we get past that, let's just say this actually goes through. What you're going to see is, I think that a lot of the independent, freestanding providers, think about labs, imaging facilities, we'll see some market share gains, because what we've seen out of the rule today is that it says the government requires hospitals to list 300 most common procedures on their websites, right? So these really are x-rays, lab tests, and things like that. So that's what makes it sort of simple. So I think this benefits mostly providers that cater to low acuity, elective type of procedures, because you're not going to price shop an emergency room visit. So this will really benefit the lower end of hospital services.
Yeah, Bertha, we commented on the stock performance, and Brian had mentioned at the very top, if this thing actually passes, I would imagine that the lobby groups for hospitals and insurers are extremely strong, so the likelihood of passage is a little bit more on the low side as opposed to the high side. What are investors saying at this point?
Well, this is a rule that they would post, and it would become effective in another 60 days. They are, as you can imagine, already saying this rule doesn't cut it, although they do say, both the hospitals and the insurers say they support transparency. The insurers say, listen, if you put our negotiated rates, for example, let's say on knee replacement or knee surgery at a hospital, then that really eliminates the competitive pressures that happen in those negotiated rates that they argue help consumers. The hospitals say the same thing, and the hospitals already say that they are going to file suit. Melissa, you remember last summer, the administration instituted a rule on the drug makers, saying that they had to post their list prices in advertising. The drug makers went to court, and a district judge put the kibosh on that. That ruling has yet to be appealed. But as you can imagine, this is going to end up in the courts if they do put this rule in effect.
Brian, ultimately, though, if this rule does go into effect, who can it benefit? Who should investors be looking to?
Yeah, so I think it will benefit the lower cost providers. So I would point out LabCorp.
I have lost IFB.
Quest Diagnostics. There's an imaging company called RadNet. And then there's a surgery center business called Surgery Partners that I think will see benefits from this.
Okay, we're going to be following this story. Thank you both, Brian Tanquilit and our own Bertha Coombs. Meanwhile, stocks hitting all-time highs on encouraging trade deal comments. Despite the records, though, today, the New York Fed slashes